So some of you may have noticed that 5 new buses entered service at the beginning of the month. Now after getting 15 pages and 4,300 words of academic work out of the way, we finally have time to process what's going on. In this video, we will be having a look at the 2022 batch of articulated buses for CMBC and what this small order means going forward. And if this is your first time here, then please consider hitting that subscribe button for Vancouver area transit content. From November 1 to November 3, the first 5 of 15 2022 hybrid articulated buses entered service. They entered service out of Burnaby Transit Center, as was the case for most other articulated bus orders. Now we say most because last year obviously we had the 2021 units which all started service in Vancouver. Anyways, for those keeping track, we are on our 7th batch of XTE60, which is New Flyer's flagship lineup for hybrid articulated buses. And if everything goes to plan, there should be 9 batches of XTE60 spread over 12 years, totaling to 253 units by the time the last of the 2024 batch comes in. Now there's a bunch of things going on here to take note of. First of all is that this order fulfills a need in 2 different areas, and to do this, they ordered the buses in different paint jobs. The first 5 buses in this batch is their standard Bluetop livery, while the rest of the fleet is in the RapidBus livery. And I'm sure everyone's aware of the R6 Scott Road coming out in January, but let's save that topic for a bit later. Second is that if you notice the bike rack, they moved to a different design where it's just metal and no plastic. Simply put, the previous model was discontinued, and in fact one of the older rapid buses was the testing unit for this updated model, so that makes these the first buses to be delivered with the updated bike racks. And speaking of being discontinued, the interior LED display found on the rest of the bus fleet was also ceased by its manufacturer in it, so a different supplier was brought in for these buses. But alas, this model is not a brand new feature, as the LFSE Plus slow charge bus from earlier this year was the first bus in the fleet to feature the new display. But other than that, the inside of the new articulated buses are nothing out of the ordinary. They come with the standard seating layout seen on the rest of the pre-existing RapidBus fleet. Now we did speak about the R6 and how there are 10 new rapid buses in this order. With the new buses, this brings the RapidBus fleet to 120 buses, and that just means that there will be 120 buses to be split among the 6 RapidBus routes come January 2024. Now there's a big misconception that the 10 buses were ordered specifically for the R6, but that's technically not the case. The only thing that matters is whether or not the 4 RapidBus yards have enough buses to operate the 6 RapidBus services. So do not try to sort which exact unit numbers will be assigned to the bus yards with rapid buses, because that won't get anything done. Now with the other 5 units, there's some evidence that there will be a shakeup on the non-rapid bus articulated routes. First is that according to one news site, the articulated buses will be removed from the 240, and right now that's around 9 or 10 units freed up from the peak rush. Another thing to note is that suspiciously there are a dozen stop closure alerts for Route 2 McDonald through late December. Now this may be weak evidence, but I would not be surprised if Route 2 will become an articulated service for January or April. Now that's all for this short update. With the rate at which they are fixing everything due to the parts shortage, each new bus put into service relieves pressure off the spare ratio. And even then, this new batch of buses adds to the mounting excitement over the R6 Scott Road Rapid Bus. Again, if you're new, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!